Welcome to One Exam Prep's Next Level Contractor channel, America's #1 contractor licensing test prep company. If you're studying for the Master or Journeyman Electrician exam, then you know how overwhelming all those code books, formulas, and calculations can be. If you're taking the 2026 Journeyman Electrician exam, this video is for you. Every new exam cycle brings code updates, new emphasis areas, and common traps that electricians miss if they study the wrong way. In this video, I'm going to break down what's changed in the 2026 National Electrical Code, what the exam writers are really testing, and how you should adjust your studying so you don't waste time. This isn't about memorizing the NEC cover to cover, it's about passing the exam and working safely in the field. First, let's clear something up. The Journeyman exam does not test every single code change equally. Exam writers focus on safety-related updates, common inspection failures, and rules that apply across residential, commercial, and light industrial work. With the 2026 NEC, the biggest emphasis continues to be shock protection, fire prevention, grounding and bonding, and clear enforceable installation rules. If a change improves safety or fixes confusion from earlier code cycles, you can expect to see it tested. One of the most tested areas in every journeyman exam, and even more in 2026, is GFCI and AFCI protection. The trend continues toward more locations requiring GFCI protection and clearer language on which receptacles, outlets, and equipment are protected. Expect exam questions that ask, does this location require GFCI? Is AFCI required here? What type of protection applies, breaker or device? These questions aren't about tricking you, they're about real-world safety decisions electricians make every day. Grounding and bonding remain high-priority exam topics in 2026. Why? Because grounding mistakes are some of the most dangerous and most common field errors. For the exam, you need to be comfortable with equipment grounding conductors, bonding jumpers, service versus feeder grounding, and when grounding is required and when it's not. In 2026, clarity and consistency matter. The NEC continues pushing electricians toward correct bonding paths and effective fault clearing, and that's exactly what the exam reflects. So let's talk about load calculations, because this is where many candidates lose many easy points. The 2026 exam still heavily tests residential service calculations, demand factors, appliance and equipment loads, and continuous versus non-continuous loads. The NEC continues refining how loads are calculated to reflect modern electrical usage. On the exam, you're not being tested on math ability, you're being tested on whether you know which rule applies, you can follow the correct calculation, and can avoid common shortcuts that lead to wrong answers. Another big exam focus in 2026 is going to be installation safety and working space requirements. This includes required clearances around equipment, panel board and disconnect locations, access and egress rules, and identification and labeling requirements. These questions often look simple, but they're easy to miss if you don't slow down. Remember, the exam is testing whether your installation would pass inspection and keep people safe. So how to study for the 2026 exam? Here's a few ways on how to study for the 2026 Journeyman Electrician exam. First, focus on high-frequency NEC topics, not obscure exceptions. Second, practice looking up answers in the code and not memorizing paragraphs. Third, work through real exam-style questions, especially on GFCI, grounding, and calculations. Fourth, buy a study guide or online course from a company like us at One Exam Prep that has helped over 50,000 electricians pass or prepare for their exams. And finally, study with the mindset of a working electrician, not a student. If you understand why the code rule exists, the correct answer will become obvious. So becoming a master electrician or journeyman electrician takes dedication, but the rewards are worth it. With the right experience, preparation, and NEC knowledge, you can pass the exam and take your career to the next level. If you need help with the exam prep or licensing guidance, reach out and let's get you on the path to success. At One Exam Prep, we have everything you need to pass and prepare for the journeyman and master electrician exams in all 50 states. If you use the code NEC2026 at checkout to get 10% off any order with us, we're going to put a link in the description below for direct link and discount code automatically applied to any of our thousands of electrician-related exam products and courses. If you want structured prep built specifically around the 2026 NEC and Journeyman exam, check out our full exam prep programs. We focus on what's tested, how exams are written, and how electricians actually work in the field. Subscribe for more exam tips, NEC breakdowns, and contractor career guidance. And good luck on your 2026 Journeyman exam, and see you in the next video.